I'm Jordan Johnson, and this is my motorcycle. I love riding it and I love working on it. And a great thing about motorcycles is you can do a lot of the work yourself. The great thing about having kids too is they like to work with you. Now, unfortunately, working on motorcycles with kids involves a lot of metal tools hitting some of the pretty parts of the motorcycle. Because of this, I've decided to prototype a set of tools that they can use with me whenever I'm working. These tools will match mine, so they can really feel like they're helping, but because they will be made of polyurethane plastic, they won't easily scratch or dent important work pieces. I have chosen tools that are small enough to easily prototype by casting plastic and have shapes that are conducive to letting plastic flow through the mold. Let's get started. After cutting cardboard for the mold, these walls can be put together around each tool and sealed at the corners. Now the silicone can be very thoroughly mixed before pouring it in a 1-to-1 ratio to ultimately create the mold. After letting the silicone cure overnight, the tool is ready to come out. For the screwdriver, I cut a curved line down the top half of the mold. For the flat molds, I could just work the tool out by hand. The molds are ready. After a quick spray of some PAM for mold release, it is time to make the plastic tools. Measuring with the provided plastic cups, I mix the two parts of this casting resin. It's important to have everything set up because the resin begins getting viscous almost immediately. Once the ingredients are thoroughly mixed, I can fill the molds. In order to fill every crack and minimize bubbles, I poured slowly to stretch out the resin. After setting overnight, the tools are ready to be removed. It's important to be careful here so the molds can be reused to make a matching set for each of my kids. Finally, it's time for the finishing steps. Though the casting process nearly completes the tools, there are still some minor creases and seams that need to be sanded out. The tools from the flat molds especially need some extra attention to add some of the missing contours where the flat plastic sprue was. Now for the final step, a quick polish with a Dremel. And voila! Here you can see the final tools next to their metal counterparts. Now that the tools are ready, my kids will be able to help me with all sorts of work and maintenance on my motorcycle without any fear of ruining anything.